Who are some of your favorite artists, past, present, and why?
Ooh, wow, that's a good one. I like the Campbell brothers. I like Calvin Cook. I like them because their style of playing. To me, I just enjoy their style of playing, especially like Calvin Cook, Dante Harmon. He's a gospel jazz type of musician, and that's I think that's what I want to be. I think I want to tap into a little jazz, a little bit, not much. And Calvin Cook, he's just singer and he's a great musician. I always enjoy him because he tells a little story and then he plays with it, and I think that's kind of what I've always wanted to do. But I've always been in the back, and now I have to build myself up, to be in the front to do these things. Because there's a lot I want to talk about and a lot of music I want to put with it, but that's what I'm trying to grow into. I like Anita Baker, her style of singing, real mellow. Kim Burrell, the gospel singer, I enjoy her singing. All the different, she's kind of jazzy in the different ways her voices go. And I enjoy my sister Tressa. I love her singing. All the years we grew up with her, she's real spiritual, and I enjoy her singing. But as far as musicians, I like the sacred steel musicians because it relates to me.
That's why I was going to ask you next is what genre of music really represent your sensibility?
I do love old school gospel. I do appreciate some of the old R&B singers because they were clean. A lot of this rap and stuff I can't understand and get into, but I like the old school gospel and old school R&B. I enjoy that. To me, that's I can get into that kind of music. Yeah, I'll get an old Mahalia Jackson spiritual or something like that. I can get into that too.
So who are some of your favorite composers?
Ooh. People that have wrote music. I don't know if I can even answer that. I know my mom and them wrote music, their songs, but their songs didn't go too far. That's how much knowledge I have with music. I was so green and closed in. I don't even think I have a famous composer, Pixie. I'm serious.
A favorite composer? That's fine. That's fine.
I don't even think I have a favorite composer. I just enjoy music, period. All types of genre of music. My radio station, I just let it go because I'll pick up on a song, even a country song, and I feel it. A favorite composer, honestly, I don't have one. I'm going to tell you the things that I do. And that this is how green and simple. I'm so simple and humble. All I do, Pixie, is right now I'm retired, medical retired for my leg. All I do is read the scriptures, study my Bible, play my music, visit my family. And right now I'm just getting ready for these festivals, having our rehearsals and things like that. And I go to church faithfully. I support the praise team with my music at church. And the choir. I'm just starting to do the choir. I faithfully go to church on Sundays with my pastor, Bishop Eric Sherman, Victory Life Worship, and elect Cheryl, our First Lady. I love the church because we're just simple. We're simple. We're not, pastor believes in, if you want to know about Christ, you don't want to know about God, he welcomes you. That's my life, Pixie. I don't hang out. I have friends, but when we hit COVID, that shut a lot of that lingering down. We'll get together. We'll see each other at church, or we'll text or call each other, something like that. But very rare do we hang out like we used to, going out to restaurants and things like that. I'm just I keep telling people I'm a simple country girl, and my family say, you're not country. But I feel I am. That's my life. I listen to more steel guitar players. Like I say, I love Bishop Harrison music. We grew up on. Ronnie Postel was an amazing guitar player and a steel guitar player. My brother Dale, Dante Harmon. I love the Campbell Brothers style. I love Calvin Cook's style. Just the guitar players. I'm an overall person that just loves music.
So I know you want to help female players, steel guitar players. How would you describe, or how would you know that you have reached the success that you want to achieve? What is your end goal?
My end goal is just to remain humble and happy and just play my music. If fortune and fame would knock on my door, I wouldn't even recognize it because I'm not looking for fortune or fame. I sincerely, truly just want to play. And however the outcome, and I do want more females to come out, and I do want to help females, whatever avenues I'm given and doors I'm given, I want to open doors for them. But as far as being famous and all of that, I'm not looking for all of that. If I got an award for it, I would bring other people up there with me because I would say it was a group effort. I'm not selfish at all. And like I say, I'm always going to help somebody. And my kids tell me, Mom, you're doing too much. They say you give out too much and then you don't have enough. And it's true. Sometimes I do because I give out too much sometimes and then they got to give me a little something. So that's true. And I'm working on that. But I just want to help people. My mother was like that. My grandmother was like that. We believe in you get somewhere, you lift somebody up. You don't just selfishly take it all at that level. Lift somebody up. And then if you can't go, they lifted somebody up, and it keeps going. But they never going to forget you. And I just believe in that.
Once you realize that you have a skill and a talent, it's just as bad to hide it as it is to be arrogant with it.
Right. Exactly. That's put really well. That's how I feel. Because Blaine and them over the CTA, he's one of the big wigs in it. And then there's a lady that writes the check. They tell me all the time, I deserve it. You're great. And then I'll be like, oh, no, I don't think I deserve it. He said, yes, you do, Fran. Everything is coming your way. You deserve it. And I'll be like, oh, Blaine, bless your heart. He said, oh, you too kind. Always tell him, bless your heart, Blaine, bless you. For all you do for me, I'm grateful. And I would never take any of this, for granted because I know where I came from. And so it makes you humble to be moving up a little bit. You don't forget, like I say, never forget the bridges, never forget the people. And I contact these people. When people were sick, when my mother, father, and grandmother, mainly my mother and father and my aunt, that whole generation is wiped out. We don't have our parents, grandparents. My aunt is gone. My uncle's gone. We're the next generation. I sat by my aunt's bed until she took her last breath, and she died. I was there when my mom took her last breath, but my other siblings was there too. I was there when my dad took his last breath along with my siblings, but I waited by their bedside with my sister Tony and my sister Tressa. We did this. We saw their life, and then we saw how they took their last breath and they died. That does something to you. It really does. When you see life and then you see death, it does something to you. So right now, I just want to live, be humble, do right by my community, do right by my family and friends, and whatever God has set before me, I'm grateful. I'm very grateful for it.
And you said so wonderfully, not only with your words, but the words that come out of your steel guitar. I'm grateful for you. You have a fan in me.
Oh, bless your heart. I don't have many.
Oh, you have more than you think.
I thank you. Thank you.
You have more than you think. Once you see a light, you're supposed to let it shine and put it in a lantern or whatever it takes so other people can see this light. You're one of those lights. You are.
That's what the Bible say. Don't hide it. We're supposed to be a light for all people. And I'm just grateful. And I just love God. I love just being a Christian. I just love it because I'm not bothering people. I'm not hurting people. I'm uplifting. I'm giving, uplifting, and I feel good about it. It makes me smile. It does. And that's how I treat my music. If I'm not chosen for something, I'm okay with it. I'm standing up, clapping, supporting whoever have it. I don't sit there with attitudes. I don't practice that. That's not good. My mom always said, your gift, Fran, is going to make room for you. You just keep being patient. And I did. 17 years I built solar panels for a company. I couldn't do my music like out playing. I played in my room. But my brothers and sisters traveled with their music. They did great things. I couldn't do none of that. I missed it for 17 years. But my mother told me she had dementia, sitting on the couch, looked at me with her eyes and said, "Baby, whatever you do, don't forget about God." And that was enough for me right there. I said, "I won't, Mama. I won't. I promise you that." That's what I do. I just live a life where people see me and they say, "Hey, maybe I want to be like Fran, Ladystrings." And anybody come up to me, Pixie, I never shove anybody away because I think of it like, hey, I might be that one voice to help them, along the way. I'm talking to everybody I can. And there was a gentleman that walked up to me in Richmond on our last set we were playing. And he looked at me, him and his wife, and he shook my hand. And he said, "You know what, Ladystrings, you almost converted me over to be a believer." And I said, "Well, hopefully I'll be back and we'll work on it and we get it done." And his wife smiled and said, "That's right." That affected my life because that was just one person. Like the Bible says, you got 1,000,000 or 1,000 sheep and one go astray and you go after that one because it's important. That one man out of everybody affected my life that day, and I told my family about it. I looked at it like more deeper. I mean, this is a man, he heard a lot of musicians that weekend, but he said that to me. And I was just blown away, like, wow, that's amazing. And so I told him, I prayed with him. I said, "God bless you. Hopefully I'll see you next time." He said, "Yes." So I'm glad I got the chance to go back because I want to make a difference in more than the one life, other lives. I want to bring a message and music. That's the key, message and music, because my music speaks for me when I can't.
And there you have it.
There you have it.
Do you write your music?
No, I've tried and was not successful. I think that's more, a musician has to be really focused. This is kind of my second year having to play out. So I'm truly trying to be more focused on my emotions and find the words and create my song. And that's what I'm working with now, and that's spending time with myself, really knowing myself and getting in touch with my emotions because there's a lot I wanted to express, but it's just sometimes I don't say it right. My sister would always tell me that, "Ooh, that don't make sense. Wait a minute, think about it." Because I said, and then when I think about it, "Oh, you're right. I used the wrong word." And we just bust out laughing. So that's something I'm really, really going to have to work on. But I have a desire to write my own songs. But the songs that I play is songs that I've heard growing up in the church. That's what I play now. And then I'll add my own flavor to it, try to make it to be more of me.
So you actually write music, but you write music with your guitar.
Yep. With my guitar, I can create a melody, and then what I do is give it to my son, let him hear it, and then we'll put some music to it, put some background, like guitars and drum with it. Since he's my drummer, he has an ear for music. He's very gifted in music. I'll just let him hear it, and he'll say, "Mom, that's good, Mom." Or he'll say, "Mom, you kind of repeating it, kind of try to put more to it." He helps me a lot, and that's what I do. And then I have this memory thing where when you play by ear, I tell other musicians, I got to kind of watch myself because I can hear a musician play something and come right behind them and play exactly what they played because it's in my head. So I have to be careful of that because one person told me why. I said, "Well, I don't want to keep repeating everything they're doing. I want to change, maybe take a little piece of it and then add what I want to it." I'm like a tape recorder. Any song I hear, R&B, blues, jazz, if I hear the melody and I like it, it sticks with me. And then when I go in my room and play, it actually just flows out of me. I don't be trying, but that melody just sticks with me and it flows right out of me. And I'm like, "Oh, wow, I just heard that." It's just a gift. And I thank God for all my gifts. I truly do.
Do you or any member of your family/band, do y'all use any technology in your work?
Nope, we don't add All we have is a morally pedal. We just raw. We don't have anything added. Like a lot of musicians have all this different stuff that they hook up and make them sound good. And that's wonderful. You know, it sounds wonderful. But when me and my brother play, we just use like mainly a morally pedal. I think he's tapping into some newer things now. I heard musicians and I was telling my son, I said, wow, if I can sound like that. And, you know, he actually told me, he just told me this recently. He said, Mom, don't change your sound. People enjoy your rawness of how you play. He said, why would you want to go and change your sound to sound like this person or that person? He said, just be you, because you are enough. He just told me that. And I almost cried. I was like, oh, Chris, where'd that come from? I said, but thank you. Yeah, that meant a lot. Because sometimes I don't, you know, feed into myself like I should. You know, I feel like I'm not enough. Even though I play, when I see the reaction of people, I'm like, wow, they really did enjoy it. You know, I'm just a raw musician. I just plug up and play, plug up my little pedal, and that's it.
I know reading about you that you can play many instruments.
Yes. You know, I used to be a great drummer when I was younger, but if you don't practice a gift, you lose it. So I can keep a beat, but I'm not that great on the drums. My son has picked that. He's an awesome drummer. I mean, awesome professional drummer. But I can play the bass. I can keep the bottom rhythm playing with somebody. As long as I find the key, I can do the changes. And a guitar, is something about a guitar. I'm more aggressive when I play a guitar. I love the guitar. My sister Angie kind of got me playing the guitar, but she's a great guitar player. When I play the guitar, I just want to go. I just be trying to sometimes my younger sister say, oh, why you don't be aggressive on your steel like you aggressive on the guitar? I said, I don't know. I said, maybe because I'm backing somebody up. So I have to get stronger in my leadership skills on the steel, because when I played, I didn't play at this great level I'm at now, like at festivals, and I'm the main attraction or one of the main artists. I always wanted it in my life, but never thought it would happen. When I got the call about playing at a festival, I broke down and cried, because I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to really get an opportunity to play at a festival. That's just something I got to build up in myself, because I'm a person, I'll push you and everybody else before I push myself. And not too many people will come back and say, no, Fran, come on. You know, only a few people do that. Most people, when you push them, they gone. I'm the sensitive child. Out of 8 children, everybody got, one person might be a little arrogant, one person might be really smart, another person might be sensitive. You know, every child, like my mom said, each one of y'all have y'all unique greatness about y'all. And she knew how to handle all 8 of us. I was the sensitive child. And they tell me, oh, you always crying. It's because I care a lot. I care about people. I care about situations. Somebody having a rough time, I care. And I'm trying to figure out, what can I do to help them? That's just how I've always been that way. And so I think now the way God has designed my life is because I care so much all my life about people. I think now I just feel like God is saying, okay, it's your time now. It's your time now, and it's okay. And that's the way I perceive it.
This is the day. This is